Yo, the human Gentile, right? The Nanu Anu, the Mamadu, the Indian, alright? The youngest species on the planet. At least one of the youngest species on the planet. Very ambitious, alright? Extremely relentless and greedy, selfish, incomparable to the Netero. Very primitive, very cold and diabolical, devious, right? Does not have any concept of morality and dignity. All they know is want and take. A very ephemeral species, right? Very short lifespan. Naturally they're susceptible to disease. They have weaker immune systems, right? They have thicker skulls, right? They have smaller nostrils. They have smaller brains. Their muscle mass is very insignificant compared to the Netero. Their bone density is a lot thinner than ours. They're naturally 5-foot species. Yes, very hypersexual, very aggressive, covered in hair, right? Fur. Most of them are born with tails, right? Rigid teeth, slightly sharper than the Neteros, and they're prone to eating meat, right? They're prone to cannibalism within their historical record. Their saliva is a lot more genetically designed to consume flesh. The Netero saliva is a lot more cooler, prone for vegetation and fruit-based items, meals. The human Gentile usually dies before the age of 50. Very fragile race. Right? They can only survive in controlled environments. They're very infertile as well. They cannot reproduce themselves at a fast rate. They're more prone to death than they are to birth. Alright, the human Gentile has a birthday, right? Which is very recent. The modern human is about 6,000 to 10,000 years old. Being nice. The original Gentile human is between 30,000 to 60,000 years old. One of the most, terrifying, one of the most prominent attributes of the human is their ability to kill without remorse. Right? They don't lose sleep when they kill. They're able to kill their own children, right? Their own spouse, their loved ones. Yeah, they're more accustomed to cold climates. They're not accustomed to hot climates. Right? They're humans operate close to a parasite. Right? Very comparable to a parasite. Yeah, humans are more prone to mimicking and stealing. They are a recessive species. All right, all inferior species mimic superior species just to blend in or infiltrate. Envy as well. Envy is a big part of the human persona, the psyche. Yeah, it's prone to stealing and have a strange urge of brutality, a strange, fetish for violence, bloodshed, very sadistic, cold. It's almost, orgasm, right? They have concepts for themselves, right? Survival, hunger, age, thinking, learning. Those are human concepts, right? The Netanel doesn't operate in those concepts historically, right? By nature, we don't operate in those concepts. The best of the best. Other concepts like competition, right? What's pretty and what's ugly. Those are human concepts. Fear is a human concept. Majority of the Netanel people, the divine, right? The Netanels, we internalize a lot of human concepts, especially when it comes as a conduit in religion practices. Human Gentile, for the most part, are casualties, but the higher ranks, they're gatekeepers, right? The higher ranks, those are Nakalas, right? The Odidi, right? Very disgusting. But most Gentiles are casualties or just, gatekeepers, right? They're still dangerous, still power hungry. They get a lot of assist from, other ET entities. Yeah, sunlight is one of their biggest, weaknesses. Just like a parasite, right? It dies quicker in hot environments, and it thrives and lasts longer in colder environments. And bonus is their appetite. The human appetite is, very, unorthodox. Right? The only species to eat multiple times in one day. Very bizarre. The human Gentile makeup has about, 5 to 10 different species. It's about 10 different species, right? 2 ape species, 1 canine species, 1 pig species, one, some insects. It's multiple. That's why their hair is so thin. Right? That's why it's so straight. And it blows in the wind. Right? It's not thick and coily like the Neanderthal. Yeah, humans were always minuscule compared to Neanderthals. Alright? Compared to animals, demons. Right? Gents, we could fit about 50 of them in one hand. Right? That's how big we were. Right? Humans were supposed to go extinct multiple times. Right? Unfortunately, some of us were compassionate for them and gave them grace and gave them assistance. We even taught most humans literature and agriculture and unfortunately a lot of secrets that did not belong for human ears. But yeah, we saved them multiple times. One of the last two advanced teaching areas of the planet were Nubia and Kemet. Yeah, human life is not natural to the planet. Right? It's inevitable for them to perish, be exterminated, right? Either by force or nature. One of the main agendas of the human Gentile is to suppress and, weaken the Neanderthal throughout the entire planet. Suppress and weaken, keep everyone in an ignorant and materialistic state, external state. Right? They are a eukaryotic cell organism. Eukaryotic cell. Right? Spliced. A spliced organism. They can only thrive and operate in lower dense vibrations. Right? They can't operate in other dimensions. Right? Very one-dimensional species. Very one-dimensional. They operate in, more. Who has more of this and who has less of that? Right? Who's the smartest? Who's the fastest? Who's the strongest? Right? Who's more devious? Who's more relentless? Anu. Humanity must be removed from the planet. That's the best and only option. Right? That's inevitable. That's granted.